let's listen to one of my first ever jokes that I wrote. All right, guys, you ready? Here we go. I have a friend who's a foodie, and I don't know what you guys know about foodies, but they have this primal urge to explain every item on the menu to you. I took my foodie friend to an Indian restaurant with me, and you know, sometimes people say stupid things. He starts explaining the Indian dishes on the menu to me. He was like, Jay, this is tandoori chicken. It was made in a tandoor. I'm like, yeah, Nick, I know. I was made in a tandoor. I don't like taking Nick to ethnic restaurants anymore because as you can tell by his name, he's white. And white people always have this thing where they just need to ask, what's the most authentic dish here? White people love authentic dishes. Even the white people in this room right now are like, yeah, but what is it? I first started comedy in my freshman year. In fact, one of my first ever comedy performances right here in the Black Box. At first, comedy was just a means to elicit laughter. I would write a joke, any joke, and then go out to an open mic and try it out. Some jokes worked, most of them didn't. That's been the process for me. But this isn't about the process. This is about what comedy means to life, both to me and to all of you. When I first started writing jokes, they were adequate. They were all right. They're like, okay, you know, like I just started. They were well written, my punchlines hit, and I performed them with a level of candor that made it seem that I've been doing it for years. However, there was something missing in my jokes that defeated the purpose of comedy altogether. I wasn't saying anything new. I was just saying what I thought would sound funny on stage. I was neglecting to use a comedian's most abundant and prominent resource, themselves. When I was younger, I used to play tennis, which is fitting since tennis is a sport for wimps. You can tell just by the rules. Just imagine the first two guys ever to play tennis. Just imagine this. All right, I'm gonna hit the ball to you. What? Oh, hit. It's rather harsh, isn't it? How about I serve it to you? You know, like a cocktail party, just serve it. All right, serve it to me then. All right, hit the net, it's my point. What? Up. Can't I just serve it again? You know, second serve. All right, serve it again. Okay, good point, good point. It's 1-0 you. What? Only one? For all that effort? Can't have a few more points? How many points are you thinking? Maybe like 3? I was thinking 15 points. All right, so it's 15-0. What? Nothing. It's so bleak, isn't it? You know, you haven't got nothing. You've always got love. It'll be 15-love. Comedy is a deeply personal art form because of how closely intertwined it is with life. The reality is, the truth is funny. Honest discovery, observation, and reaction are always better than contrived invention. In fact, most of my jokes are based on real-life experiences, or at least are some mixture or concoction between fiction and reality. Having said that, though, life also often sucks. If yours doesn't, I hate you. Rocky Balboa, one of the most legendary movie icons of all time, once said, "The world is a mean and nasty place. It'll beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. Nobody will hit as hard as life." While Rocky teaches us to persist through our hardships, I say we laugh through them. As a person of color, I've experienced discrimination many times in my life. While it's a struggle I still face today, it doesn't stop me from making jokes about it. I had a roommate who had a white noise machine to help him sleep. It always went, shh. Now guys, I think it's called a white noise machine because that's the sound white people make whenever minorities bring up issues. Black people are like, we're getting shot. Shh. Brown people are like, I'm always getting randomly like undressed at the airport. Shh. Chinese people are like, I'm actually Japanese. But why comedy? I write my jokes and almost everything in this notebook. That's why I have it on stage with me here. Like I said, I write everything in my notebook. I can yell, scream, and cuss at it all I want, and it will still be sitting there on a table the next morning. However, at the end of the day, it is just a ream of pages stitched together. It cannot respond in kind, not like people can. And that's the problem. Pages are more patient than people. Being vulnerable is a scary, scary thing. It comes with big risks as well as big rewards. If I put myself out there, I might be rejected, but at the same time, I might also be embraced and discover a beautiful sense of belonging. Nevertheless, I am absolutely terrified that I'll be subjected to judgment and criticism anyway. People only tend to accept what they can understand, but I don't need them to understand. I just need people to believe I'm going through a human experience. Dave Chappelle said that. You guys probably don't know him, he's pretty underground. Laughter is a universal language we can all understand. As I said before, the heart of good stand-up comedy is the truth, not only because it's funny, but because it's a means to express our humanity. My audience, which today is you all, sees themselves and their emotions in the jokes I make, triggering catharsis in the form of laughter. In short, comedy provides a special type of relief, knowing that we're not alone. That is why comedy is so important to you and I. Thank you.